Welcome back to our third and final segment here for this episode of the Resto Coach. Anthony Suntay here together with our Resto Coach Rommel now. Very briefly, babalikan ko lang yung sinabi ko before the break is the experience I had when I was in the Netherlands a few months ago. We were talking about conversation during the menu. Pumasok ko dito sa isang restaurant. Actually, when we sat down with me and my kids, sabi sa akin ng waiter, sabi niya, have a seat and I'll be right with you. Pagbalik niya, sabi ko, can I see the menu? Sabi niya, I'm the menu. Hindi ko muna naintindihan. Sabi ko, what do you mean? Sabi niya, well, for starters, we have so-and-so. For our main dish, we have the fish, which is cooked in this manner, or we can have the steak or the meat. If you're a meat lover, tapos ito yung pagluluto, di ba? So, they really literally didn't have a menu. But that was the experience that they wanted. They wanted interaction straight out with the waiter who actually knew everything about the restaurant and the menu that they were serving for that particular day. Kasi nag-iiba yung menu
Yes.
as the days go on. Pero iba rin yung experience nun.
Yes.
So again, iba yung kanilang approach nun.
Yes. Nakahuli ko, kumakain ako ng kanto. So anyways, kaya ito pinakwento eh. Tama yun, no? Iba-ibang, sabi nga natin, iba-ibang klase ng restaurant, iba-iba yung differentiating type of experience. And yung experience mo is exactly what we were talking about. It's a menu conversation. Because ang sikreto, for it to be more experiential, it needs to be engaging.
That's right.
No, yung kailangan yung attention ng tao, nakukuha mo. And it needs to be a conversation rather than a presentation or a simple, typical piece of paper. Yun
Okay,
yung experience mo.
Before we go to your coaching point, dadagdag ko lang yung funny anecdote na natapos dun sa kwento na yun. Pagkatapos na, kumakain na kami, may ibang couple na pumasok. They were sitting right beside us. Biglang, dumating nga yung waiter. Sabi nung lalaki, saka ng babae, can we see the menu? Sabi nung lalaki, sabi niya, I'm the menu. May tsura yung waiter. Sabi nung babae, can I have one of you? Sabi gano'n, nagreklamo yung asawa eh. Di ba? Hindi niya nagustuhan.
Nakalimutan.
That's a different experience altogether kasi baka yung couple na yun, hindi na bumalik sa restaurant na yun dahil gwapo yung waiter at in-order ng asawa yung waiter mismo. Pero let's go to your coaching point. You really have to put everything together. Because if you joined us last week, you talked about the signature dish. But it's not just about the food. But now here, today, for this episode, we're talking about the experience. So talaga, kailangan i-mesh mo yun.
Yes, the value, ang coaching point natin for the week, the value of the experience will make them come back. So kailangan, hindi lang the value of the product, the value of the service, the value of the hospitality. It needs to come together in an aligned manner that will connect to people and engage them and make them crave not only for the product but for the experience. No, yung craveability, hindi na lang produkto. Kailangan kinikrave nila yung ambience, store look, yung feel. Sabi natin, signature dish plus signature experience is equal to a clear restaurant identity.
What about the peripherals? Like a while ago, you have this wall here.
Yeah.
Nakakatulong ba yung mga ganyan? Na sinasabi natin, iba tao call it a gimmick, other people call it a promo. Is that important also to add to the overall experience?
Well, sa amin, nagmula kasi yan sa customer. No? A customer who takes pride in eating the spiciest wings that we had and he wanted to be validated, no? Parang to be certified. Parang he wanted to find out, are there other people who can beat me? So, yun yung history niya. Nagkaroon kami ng unang wing down noong 2010 yata. And itong wall of flame, people love being posted. They take pride, no? They sign a waiver for the spiciest wing kasi you have to sign the waiver.
Yes.
No? And then you eat the wings, and then you get your photo, and then it's posted. And then when they go back, they take pride and say, tingnan mo, nasa wall of flame ako. Diba? Nasa wall of flame ako.
Does that add to your overall identity?
Yeah, I think so. It's actually parang, nasa Buffalo's ka. Nasa BWNT ka. Pag nakita yung mural, pag nakita yung mga brand elements, yung mga pipes ng yung yellow, orange, and red pipes namin sa ceiling, lahat yung kasama yan sa experience because you have to be Instagrammable also eh. You have to be post-worthy. So kung nag-picture sila puro food lang, meaning yung store look mo hindi worthy of being posted. So if you start seeing them posting a picture of the mural, having their selfies taken there, mas maganda yon para sa identity ng brand.
So that adds to the overall experience. It's not just one particular thing. It's not just the waiters and the waitresses that you have coming here serving you. But talagang lahat, talagang kailangan come together.
You have to make it easy for them to remember you. Yung identity ng brand mo, para mag-stand out ka sa competition. Diba? So, hyper-competitive, thousands of restaurants, even in your own category, hundreds of restaurants.
Yeah.
You have to stand out.
And how difficult is that? So all of them listening now is like, wow, okay, nakapag-isip na ako ng signature dish. Okay, medyo may alam na ako kung paano yung experience na gusto ko. But again, it has to be something na naangkop ko sa mga papasok.
Yes, kailangan pag-aralan mo yung market, sabi nga natin. May mga tao na hindi lahat magugustuhan yung restaurant mo. And you should not aim for everybody. Kailangan meron ka tina-target na market. And dapat alam mo kung ano yung experience na relevant. Yung magre-resonate sa kanila. Kasi pag nag-resonate sa kanila experience, magiging relatable yung brand mo eh. Makaka-relate sila. Ano mo si Buffalo Wings and Things, for example lang. Parang ako siya. Diba? Oh, gusto ko yung customizing. I like the fact that they have a lot of sauces. And that's me. Sometimes I want different sauces. May iba-iba. No? So, ang importante is that a certain market, sizable market at that, would be able to relate to your brand.
So for our listeners out there, is it important for them to go to different restaurants to be able to get these different kind of feels para at least yung feeling at saka experience na nakukuha nila doon, madala nila doon sa restaurant na gusto nila tayo?
Definitely. Ako po, yung po ang kinikwento ko po sa inyo ngayon ay bunga ng mga 10,000 hours of spending time in restaurants that are not mine. No, yung mula nung araw pa when I was still working in the QSR, I always visit sa Jollibee, tinuturo sa amin yan, yung do competitor check. No? And dala-dala ko yan hanggang ngayon. No? It's not just competitor, it's more of collaboration na yan ngayon. Eh. So I always visit to find out best practices. And you don't go into other restaurants with a mind na puro negatibo yung titingnan mo. Wala kang matututunan doon. Kailangan titingnan mo what are they doing well. Diba? So you learn.
Para tsaka yun, pwede mo dalhin doon sa restaurant mo.
Yes.
Pero importante rin makita yung mga pagkakamali, tapos yung mga pagkakamali, huwag nyo
Don't dwell on that. Don't dwell on that. And sinasabi ko lang, don't dwell on that. Look at the positives, look at the best practices, no, and learn from other practitioners.
So before we go, talk to us about everything in summary. Ano talagang kailangan lang sa ulo bago nila pumasok sa isang restaurant business? Napag-usapan na natin last week, yung signature dish. Today, you're stressing on the fact that experience. What do they have to inculcate in themselves when it comes to experience?
Siguro yung personal na tip na pwede kong i-share is yung visioning. You have to have a very clear vision of how your restaurant will be. Ang coaching point natin, para manalo ka sa restaurant negosyo, kailangan mo pagkukulan ng panahon. Visit other restaurants, no? Look at the competition. Hyper-competitive po ngayon. No? Thousands of restaurants. How do you stand out? And to stand out, sabi natin, signature dish, the signature experience is equal to a clear brand identity.
Yun ang pinaka-importante because you have to be able to have that clear vision and then institute that vision para sa mga tao mo, para yun talagang gawin nila, para pag pumasok yung customer, hindi ka na makakalimutan.
And then they go back and they promote you. So, kahit na nag-bell na, gusto ko lang isingit.
Yes,
maraming salamat ulit sa lahat ng nag-subscribe sa YouTube. That's the venue, actually, the best venue for you to watch from episode 1 to up to the latest episode. Please subscribe. Please hit click mo yung bell para you get notified pag may mga bago kaming mga videos na pinopost doon. No, maraming salamat po sa first Like FM 105.9, our home station for now. And Buffalo Wings and Things, salamat po. Malapit na sila magbukas, so kailangan natin silang
Exacto lang po. At hindi lang yun, para mismo kakain na po kami. Maraming salamat sa inyo po lahat for joining us. Before we go, ito ang pinaka-importante, galing sa Resto Coach.
Sa Resto Negosyo, panalo. No? W for win. Wings up, win. Maraming salamat po.